Welcome back, folks, to Laguna for race 2 Pro 1 AM League. Paul was crazy, sixpenny guitar. There's a reverse grid from the first race that we held at Bathurst when we were all in the Ferrari 458 Italia. So this particular race, the second race, we're able to pick any Group 4 car. So you'll see a mixture on here. Obviously we've got the Honda NSX there, we've got Ricky here in the Subaru 4-wheel drive, we've got the Corvette, we've got the VW Scirocco, we've got the Lamborghini. You won't see many more different types of car in this race. Got Dennis in the Renault Megane, another Audi TT. Shout out to Phil and family, thinking of you. We've got the Nissan GDR. We've got the Ferrari, sorry, not the Ferrari, the Jaguar F-Type. So Tired Flea in that one. And in last place we've got Steve Stone. So he won the last race, hence why he's last on the grid. So lights out, here we go. So Crazy doesn't get the best of starts. He's away though. That Aston Martin is very, very quick. Always tricky on the outside of this corner. Going to be lots of incidents here. Tries to turn in, but car already there. Quite gingerly around the outside. It's all a little bit messy. We've got a couple of cars off in the background. So let's have a look. We've got a penalty there. Let's just go back and have a look. Sixpenny guitar off track again. So let's take another look. So we'll go back to the start. So we're looking further down the field here. So we're with Steve Stones in last place. Gets a run around the outside, but then he ends up on the sand. So we've got slow Seamus in the Scirocco. Let's have a look. Oh, whoa, whoa. Cold tyres. Oh, and he gets punted twice by the looks of it. And sixpenny guitar recovering there. I think there's a little nudge here though. See what happened. Yeah, a little nudge. Oh, and it tips Steve in. Going back, just looking behind. So sixpenny doing the full 180 there. We'll just have a look from Ricky's point of view in the 4-wheel drive, so you can see the poor Audi TT absolutely rubbish off the line. And the Subaru 4-wheel drive carves its way through the rest of the field. Ricky going for the inside line. Let's have a look. So we've got obviously one of the front runners, which I think obviously we've got sixpenny guitar off. I can't see who else that was, but Ricky in first place. Well done, Ricky. Just keep it on the black stuff, mate, and you'll be fine. So we've got Pete chasing him down behind. He's in the GDR. So again, 4-wheel drive car had a great start. So got Stewie Mack in the Citroen. The Citroen is a great car. It does understeer a little bit under power, so it can scrub those front tyres, but overall it's a quick car. Not everybody's tastes in terms of looks, but I ran that last year in the Infinity League and it wasn't bad. So here we go, the famous corkscrew. So not a very big circuit, Laguna Seca. Very technical circuit. It really is all about getting these corners right. Hard on the brakes here for the start finish straight. Off we go. So change at the front there. So Pete into first place. Second is Ricky, but he's not letting him get away. Oh, got a bit of a slide on. Going wide. Is Stewie Mack going to pick up a place? Behind him we've got Gold 45, Tired Flea behind that. Shaggy Scooby, he's in the mix. And a bit of a gap back to Crazy. So Tired Flea and the Jag going well. Started in second last place, finished second in the last race. He was in 14th place and already up to 4th place now. So a great start from him. Just having a look back. Shaggy Scooby getting that front wheel drive Audi TT working. So they are quick cars, but you've got to keep it on the track. Looking back, we've got Mr. Ginge and DJD, they're having a good race. DJD into 7th now. Oh, both a little bit wide, but Mr. Ginge showing how four-wheel drive can cope with the sand. We've got Dennis, so Dennis gets him on the hill there, so Dennis now into 10th place. Bit of a corner cut there on the corkscrew, it's easy done. Another one in the Corvette, so we've got Mart. Sixpenny Guitar recovering, so gets that place. We've got Crazy. Bless him, started on pole, but down to 14th now. Probably not the easiest car to drive around this circuit, the front rear layout of the Aston. Definitely come into its own later in the season when we get, and there's been some minutes, and he goes round, gets a little bit too much power down, wheel spin. And we've also got Gold 45 now, still in the gravel. So we also had a change of position by the looks of it, so Dennis is getting racy, so benefited him up to 8th. Martin in the Lamborghini on the inside there. Yeah, these two very, very close racing with these two throughout this race, so good to see. I didn't realise Michelin was Scottish, but you know, I'm sure there's an Iron Brew sticker on there somewhere. So Steve Stone started last up to 6th place in the Corvette. Again, maybe not the car for this track, but you know, if he can keep that position, he's going to be doing well with it later in the season. Shaggy in 5th in the TT. Stewie Mack, he's hunting him down. Just needs to keep that on the tarmac. So after the shenanigans on the first corner, everything's starting to settle down now. So we've got now Ricky under some pressure from Tired Flea. So obviously now Laguna Seca is the WeatherTech Raceway. Points, if you can guess what it used to be called. It was a bit unusual because it was a Japanese manufacturer, so it was the original Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca. And it's a paved road racing track. I have actually been there. Had a stop off in... we're going back a few years now, but about 2007 I think it is. So Pete in first, Tired Flea in second. Got Ricky holding on to 3rd, doing well in the Subaru. Good to see. Now track length for Laguna Seca is 2.238 miles. It's a 55 metre elevation change, so bearing in mind our first race at Bathurst, Mount Panorama was 174 metre in altitude change, but it doesn't make this track any easier, so certainly Dennis, when he picked these tracks, certainly wasn't messing about. Just for you Spanish fans out there, Laguna Seca means dry lagoon. There you go, Education 101 with B rated. What can I say? So this is the Andretti hairpin these guys are on now. Coming up to corner 3. Around corner 5. Oh, that was Mart going a little bit wide, picking up some sand and rocks. Got Gold 45 recovering from that little incident on the last corner before the straight. Tricky corner this one. depending on the car you've got, it's either third or fourth gear, but then you need the power up the hill before you hit the corkscrew. So that part of the track is called the Rahal Straight. Hope I pronounced that correctly. If not, apologies to my American friends. It's got Martin, so Balstonovic, him and Dennis nose to bumper, so got a bit of an incident there. So Dennis is through. Let's see, can he get another one? Can he get Steve Stones, who's in 7th now? DJD, haven't mentioned much of him, in lovely monster liveried, I think it's a TT, isn't it? Another TT, doing well. Just go on board with Steve Stones, looking back at Dennis. Can Dennis get him under braking? Too far back. Andretti corner, here we go. Dennis, you know, the Megane handles so well. It's just down on power a little bit now after the BOP changes last season. Steve doing all right. He's in 7th. He won the last race. Didn't make a single mistake. Maybe one. Yeah, he's chasing down now. DJD in front. We've got Stewie Mack, who's in 5th. We've got somebody off track again. Who's that? So we've got Ricky, Shaggy Scooby taking the long way round. Ricky hard on the brakes for the corkscrew left, and then immediately right down this steep hill. Now, what you'll notice in this race is not everybody's running the super softs. Laguna Seca is very, very abrasive on tyres, so therefore you've got most people running racing softs, so the next compound up, just to make them last till halfway basically. It is possible to do a no-stop strategy, so we'll see if anybody does that. Be interesting to see. Pete though having a clean race out in front. No damage on that Nissan. 2nd, Tired Flea. Behind him we've got Ricky still in 3rd, doing great. Got Shaggy in 4th. Stewie Mack behind in 5th. Oh, Shaggy going wide again in the TT. Keeps his boot in though. Dirty tyres, so wide again. It's going to cost him time. Stewie Mack's going to be on him. Clean tyres, probably better braking into that left-hander. Just looking behind, so close racing throughout the field at these early stages. So 10 minutes into this race, so a third gone. Got Dennis trying to get past him. Oh, and Steve goes wide. Can he keep it pointing forwards? No. Oh. Half save really, wasn't it? Well done, mate. Good save there. So Dennis, Balstonovic, Sixpenny Guitar, and Mart, and then Steve rejoining the track. So Sixpenny after first lap incidents, now up into 9th place. Pete driving really well. Lovely driving. We'll get some close-ups. See if you can see the whites of their eyes. Let's have a look. So Tired Flea, a little bit behind, probably 4 or 5 seconds. Got Ricky still holding 3rd place, doing so well. Oh, he's a bit of off-roading again. Oh. Can Shaggy get past? Yeah, he's got it done. So Shaggy into 3rd. Spoke too soon for Ricky. Where's the rest of them? So DJD in 5th. His fight cancer. Stewie Mac's chasing him. There's homage to Dark Smoker on the front of the car, another great commentator. Zooming into that lovely liveried Citroen, it's certainly got a lot on there. Now got a drag race with the Megane and the Lamborghini. Martin sticking it down the inside. Back into 7th for Martin, doing well. Sixpenny Guitar making a great recovery drive. Not so sure about the pictures of naked Dennis on the back. Oh, gets a bit too much of that curb. They are lethal, and oh, round he goes. So easy, just so easy to get it wrong on this track. Tiny little bit, you know, couple of feet out, maybe even centimeters out, and you clip the wrong curb, you're eating sand. That's all I can say on this track. Some people absolutely love it, some people hate it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Here comes the Scirocco though. Quick car these. Again, really on a par with the Audi TT. So it looks like Slow Seamus made an easy pass. Mark just, yeah, he's struggling with that right-hander. So Mark's into the pits. So is he going to change these tyres? They don't have a lot of wear on, but that front right has definitely seen some usage. So it's a long entry into the pits on this race. You know, you're almost 20 seconds before you get to your pit slot. It's back out again though, so fresh rubber. Gone with the super softs this time. See how he does on those. Pete out in front again, setting purple sectors. Yeah, purple sectors and going pretty quickly. 128, 217. That car just looks like it's on rails. So can Tired Flea catch him? So Tired Flea, after round 1, was the championship lead. Came second in the last race. So again, another second place might see him still at the top. Here comes another pit stop. So we've got quite a few in now. So we're at the 15-minute mark. So we've got Martin Bailey, Balstonovich, we've got Ricky Jane, we've got Shaggy Scooby, DJ D, Slow Seamus. So all in for a scheduled pit stop. Off comes the old rubber on with the new. A few people now switching to super softs, so the track would have rubbered in a little bit. If anybody doesn't think Gran Turismo is that realistic, okay, yeah, we can counter argue that the handling sometimes maybe isn't to a set of Corsa standards, but overall, when you look at tyre degradation, fuel depletion, not that we're running that in this race, the track rubbering in, track temperature, tyre temperature, that is all replicated in Gran Turismo. So back up front, we've got Pete. His tyres are looking fine. He's into the pits though. He's playing it safe, doesn't want to push those too long. So Tired Fleet now taking the lead, so just coming on to the pit straight now. Advertising Bud Light. Got a bit of Winston on the back. Not sure how politically correct that is these days, but yeah, we'll go with that. So I suppose the question is here, is Tired Flea going to pit, or is he going to run all the way to the end? And will that gap that he has to Pete be enough? We will soon find out. Third place, Stewie Mack having a much better race in the Citroen as against the Ferrari for race 1. Dennis as well, having a belter. He's in 4th. Shaggy Scooby. Ricky looks like he's under a bit more pressure, so still in a good position, 6th place. Just a bit shallow into that corner. It's going to put you under pressure from these fast TTs up the hill. Do they give each other room? They do. Ricky again. I think that Subaru definitely likes a bit of off-roading. Bit of dust being kicked up from the side. Now his tyres will be, yeah, a little bit dirty, a little bit of sideways sliding under braking. Good cut down the corkscrew. So Ricky and Balstonovic, Martin. Ricky does brake and loses a penalty, so gentleman racer. Slow Seamus. Into the pits comes Stewie Mack, so he ran a little bit longer. Where's he going to come out? That is the question. Dennis now into 3rd place. Oh, it's getting close though. Tired Flea in 1st, but not far behind. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 seconds now the gap. 4, maybe 5 with Pete. Pete on the fresh rubber. The Jaguar is good on its tyres. It does wear the front a little bit more than the rear, but it's not a heavy. It doesn't destroy tyres. You just need to make sure you're applying the power once it's straightened up. Yeah. So 129, 155 from Tired Flea. And we'll switch to Pete. We'll see what he did. Definitely that gap's coming down though, isn't it? That front right tyre is looking a little bit worn now. He's maybe gambled a little bit for a no-stop strategy. Let's see where he gets to. We're now at 20 minutes, so we've still got 9.5 minutes to go before this race is over. I'm not sure that he's going to be able to hold that position. Peter's definitely getting closer. Good line through there though. This corner a bit tricky. 3rd gear. Yeah, spot on. Hard on the brake, squirming under braking there. Just that 4-wheel drive GTR. You can just see it puts the power down so well. It's on fresh rubber as well. A bit further back we've got Shaggy Scooby and Dennis still battling for 3rd. Team Quick Fit. Got Dennis for Team Michelin. Balstonovic, Team Michelin as well. Slow Seamus, HKS. Got Stewie Mack there. 6penny guitar. DJD, he was doing well early on. Starting to fall back a little bit. Ricky behind him though. It's going to be hard to keep up with those TTs. We've got Mart, so he's still there, and we've got Gold 45 just coming onto the straights and the NSX. Quite a good car, tricky to handle though sometimes. And we've got Steve Stones having a shocker. So poor Steve and Mr. Ginge UK as well. So Steve just not really hooking up with this track. Had a fantastic drive at Bathurst in the Ferrari, but the old Corvette on Laguna Seca on its home track, unfortunately, just not suiting him really. You see there's a little bit of lock up, car pivoting a bit. Oh, we've got Mart going wide on the way up to the corkscrew on the Rahal straight. It's not very straight, is it though? So still quite close when you look at it. 10th position through. You can all see all the cars coming out to the pit straight. Dennis in 4th. Got to bring it home, Dennis. Keep it on the black stuff. Tired Flea now in 2nd, so he did get overtaken. Let's go back and have a look at that. Sorry you missed it. So they're coming up to the corkscrew. This difficult left-hander. We're on board now with Pete. Is he going to go inside, outside? He goes for the inside. Hard on the brakes. And yeah, he's got that move done. Now, can he pull away? Yes, he can, is the question. That got somebody just moving out the way there as well, which is great. I think Tired Flea just is not going to be able to keep up the pace here. And just his rubber is now seriously suffering. Look at the difference in tyre wear. So we've got Pete on the super softs, just generating far more grip. Shaggy Scooby. Dennis is on super soft, Shaggy Scooby on racing softs. So that might impact him a little bit. See if Dennis can get a little bit closer. So not far away. So it's whether it suits the faster car or whether it suits the handling car, this track. I'm sure we'll get to find out. Hard on the brakes at the number 3 board. Dennis got a good line through Andretti corner. Clips that curb though and sends him wide. It is probably that curb and this next one, that one there, are probably the 2 most difficult corners to get right. You want to carry speed round them, but if you're not accurate, it's going to cost you time. So Dennis solidly in the 130s. Shaggy Scooby though, yeah, 128, 129s. Tired Flea in the 130s now, 129s mostly. So he's still holding on to Pete. I just don't think Pete's pushing that hard. So up to 24 minutes, so last 15% of the race really. It was worth the try, obviously, with a no-stop strategy. I think he's got enough space to Shaggy Scooby and the others, so he just needs to maintain that position. Stewie Mac there, under a bit of pressure from Sixpenny. DJ D in 9th, Ricky in 10th. Gold 45 in 11th, so still going okay in the Honda. It's kicking up a bit of dust from that Astro. Got Mart there in 12th, Steve Stones in 13th, lucky 13. Does look like Mr. Ginge is in the pits. We'll keep an eye on that, see if he moves. Or is Pete going to There's maybe some lapping going to be going on. His fastest lap was a 1:27.5 quick lap. Just keeping it nice and simple. So a bit like the first race, what we've seen is the person in front has driven so far anyway, and I don't want to give him the Murray Walker moments, the curse of the commentator, but it looks like both, obviously Steve Stones when he got away in first place, and now when we're looking at Pete, he didn't start first, but obviously once he was up to first place, it's just really been just on it, basically, no mistakes. So here we go, we've got Dennis in 5th, challenging slow Seamus, not so slow. Both on super softs. Oh, he got it. Lucky it's front wheel drive. Had it been rear, that'd have been off the track. Again, Dennis can smell blood. Pressure's on. Can Seamus hold it? Can he hold it together? He had a better line through that corner though than Dennis. Pulls out a little bit of gap. Dennis cutting in early. But that McGann, it does turn so well. Just having a look further back, we've got Martin and Stewie Mack going hammer and tongs. Stewie Mack taking the position. Martin now tucked right in under that rear wing of that Citroen. Sixpenny guitar behind those guys. DJ D, Ricky still in 10th, Golf in 11th, Martin 12th, and Steve Stones still sitting in 13th. Yeah, we've got one permanently parked in the pits. So Mr. Ginge, I think, has had enough. Does look like we've lost somebody. Not quite sure who. Here we go. A minute and a half to go, so another lap really. If you're crossing the start finish line now, so just looking through the field. So Dennis couldn't catch slow Seamus earlier. Tired flaying second still. His tyres looking very well worn these days. And we've got P2's lapped now, crazy. Shaggy Scooby in 3rd, so I managed to get the TT there in the end. Terrible off the start, which is, you know, not down to driver, it is just the fact that it's front wheel drive. But once up to speed, they are quick. Got Martin there in 7th. Another solid position, really good finish for him. So these guys now on their last lap. So everybody now getting through. So again, guys, you know, just to explain, because we've been getting some questions in terms of when races are going to be put on. The commentators are doing a rota. I think there are 5 of us, so between us we've got to cover 1 league each. But it does mean recording, obviously, the first race, the second race. We've got to find it. We've then got to edit it. So we will try and get these on as soon as we possibly can. But for some of the guys, it's not the only races that they are commentating on. So apologies if it takes a few days. There we go, we've got Tired Flea in 2nd place crossing the line. We've got Shaggy Scooby finished in 3rd. Slow Seamus in 4th. Got Dennis coming up. So appreciate that everybody wants to see it. Just bear with us. We will get them out there for you. Obviously as well, don't forget, I've only got 899 subscribers to go into like a monetized YouTube. I'm hoping to retire soon. So if you don't mind, if you haven't done so already, don't forget to like it and subscribe. If you watched all 30 minutes, I apologise for listening to me drone on for all that period of time. But I'm sure you got to see some carnage on the last lap there with everybody. So you've got Martin making a bit of a dive on the inside of Stewie Mac. Then Stewie Mac caught somebody else purely by mistake. So it's a bit of a funny finish, folks. Got some very slow cars crossing the line. Well done for waiting, chaps. I would have maybe just taken the penalty and probably still scored more points. These two, so got... Oh, they've morphed into one. We've got Steve Stones crossing the line and Mart. So Steve Stones in 12th, Mart in 13th, Mr. Ginger B 14th. So we're just waiting on 1st place though. No, he's finished. Just gone across, missed that. So Pete, well done Pete. Excellent race, mate. So folks, that's the end of the commentary. Thanks very, very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. As I said, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And we shall see you all next week.